Hey guys, it's Eli from WOD Travels again. As you can see, I'm in my car because we're never stationary in one place at one time, and right now our daughter's sleeping in the back waiting for my wife to return some stuff at IKEA. But basically wanted to get back on here. It's been 4 weeks now since I started officially tracking and posting pictures and food and everything like that. And you know, as always, it's never perfect. That's why I call it the struggle is real, because it's not some ideal bodybuilding diet where you're doing some strict thing. We're not always on the same schedule. I work afternoons and midnights. My wife works during the day. We have a baby, and you know, a lot of things go on. So that's really what we really want to try to focus on, to show people that we still try to do our best to make fitness, eating healthy, a priority, whether we're traveling, whether we can make the food ourselves, whether we can go out to eat, and try to get healthier alternatives there as well. So a couple highlights over the last couple weeks is definitely had a few incidences where I wasn't as good as possible, but like I said, that's always going to be the case. Biggest of which is we went to Philly on our way down to Washington, D.C. to visit some friends and family and take Ryan to the zoo. And I will tell you that we had a lot of fun, and that's really a lot of part about what our life is about. And you'll see on the food journals that I link on here that for the most part we're good. I'm good. I eat well throughout the day. There's always things I can tweak, but when we go out to have fun and visit people and go out to dinner, we try to enjoy the best as possible. You will notice on there that I tried to put where we ate out and everything, so you can see some of the choices that I make when I do eat out. I don't always pick the most gluttonous option that's out there, but I also don't always pick the healthiest. I want to enjoy where we go, you know, and that's part of how we experience the places that we go, is through food culture. So we had fun with that. Went to Korean barbecue, a couple places. You can read about that from the blog post that we did, and you know, see some of the things that we ate, pictures of the food that we had. So that was one of the blow-ups that we had that, you know, I wouldn't say derailed my overall eating strategy and my results and everything, but you know, they don't help. But again, you gotta have fun while you're doing this. We're not here to be these perfect looking bodybuilder models. We're trying to maintain health and fitness. Other couple things that probably a lot of you can relate to is we have a kid. So a lot of times when we feed her and she eats, we snack on her food, and you know, I do the same thing every once in a while. Luckily for us, we feed her pretty healthy for the most part, unless we're out, and then we let her experience the food that we're eating as well. But I have some snacking in there on that. Another thing that gets me is chocolate. I love chocolate, so we try not to buy it, because if we have it, I eat it. An alternative to chocolate are carob chips. So a lot of times we make, you know, healthy almond flour carob chip cookies, or I'll snack on like carob chips and macadamia nuts. There's some other recipes that we'll post if you guys have questions. You know, just try to, I guess, have a healthier alternative, although it's not something you should eat all the time. The good news is even with, you'll see on all the food logs, the last one that we did for this, that I've still been able to, even at my weight and where I am at in my journey, I was able to, I think, drop 4 pounds still. I was able to drop at least an inch in my waist measurement, dropped like 3/4 of an inch in my neck measurement. I think overall, from a tape measure perspective, in terms of measuring the different areas with a tape measure and body fat calculations, I think I dropped 0.5% body fat. Again, that's not super accurate with the way that I'm doing it, but based off of the measurements I've been doing, it's, you know, I'm still headed in the right direction. I don't know exactly where I want to end up yet, but I want to just keep working on what I'm doing. As far as the eating strategy goes, you'll notice that I don't eat breakfast normally. I really am trying to do what they call intermittent fasting. But again, we're a family, we have a child, I work all crazy hours, we're out enjoying ourselves no matter what's going on with this. And so you'll notice that I'm trying to eat anywhere from 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 9 o'clock at night. I eat the normal amount of calories, but I basically fast for 16 hours, starting at 9 o'clock at night while I'm sleeping, and eat in an 8-hour window. I think that's helped me overall control the calorie intake as a whole. And the other thing that I'm adding with that is I'm trying to have a very low carb, no carb diet. I've always been kind of low carb recently, ever since getting back into shape, so that hasn't really been a difficult thing for me to do. But taking out even vegetables with carbohydrates and the fruits is a little bit more difficult, but I'm trying to do that. I want to see how my body responds to it. So I've been trying to do that, as well as up the dietary fat intake by adding almonds, avocados. Again, we're busy people, so I try to make things you'll see on my eating as simple as possible. No fancy meals for me. My wife is completely different, but for me it's pretty simple. I just want to get the food in to accomplish the goal. That way, when we do go out and we do travel and we have fun, you'll see that I have fun. So again, check out the links below. I'll have links to food logs, progress pictures. I think I'll put some measurements in there to show that even though I'm not perfect and don't ever claim to be, I'm still making positive body composition changes. I'm still going in the direction that I want. And stay tuned, because we'll have more posts. We're coming out with more stuff. My wife is gonna have something on here about something that she's starting and trying to see how it's affected her, so people can get an honest opinion. And generally, we're just gonna keep trying to show people that you can do this in a busy world, with a busy life and a lot of things going on with kids. It's possible. So keep watching. Stay tuned. Have a good one.